And welcome to the big one. Girls 18 and under, undisputed national championship game between the Dallas Thunder out of Dallas, Texas, and the Lubbock Titans out of Lubbock, Texas. My name is Paul Gilmore, joined by Jeremy Caldwell, bringing you the action here in Drury University. This is the culmination of the girls basketball for homeschool in the year 2021-2022.
And if you're tuning in and looking at the benches, as Simpson knocks down an early three, and you notice there's no players on the benches for Lady Titans, that's because there are none. They're playing with five. They played the whole tournament with five. They played six all year, and they made it in the national championship game. They are a tough team.
Three-pointer the other way. That is answered by Reagan Moylan. It's quickly 3-3. So there's definitely a storied history between these ladies. They played earlier this year in the regional championship. The Dallas Thunder won 50-36. And then, of course, this is a rematch of the undisputed game from last year, which Lubbock won 48-40.
Yeah, the Lady Titans are looking to try to repeat, and the Lady Thunder are looking to do what they couldn't finish last year.
On the inside, the ball was nearly ripped away, but nice sticking with it from Elise Connolly. And it's 5-3 Lubbock.
And shouldn't have a problem distinguishing which team is which, as the Lady Thunder in the hot pink uniforms, and the Lady Titans are in the black trimmed in blue.
Certainly is pink. Tipped away, but stays with the Thunder. They're trying to work the inside-outside game as they get it inside to Blake. On the far side, Jordan Jackson. Free throw extended jumper, no good. Gets her own rebound.
Great job following her shot. Most time the shooter knows where the ball's going to go, so she was able to get to the spot.
This time Moylan is blocked, recovered by Blake. Back out once again. Thunder working almost a triangle-like offense in the near corner.
Yeah, the Lady Titans do a really good job of closing out the shooters. Even though they got five players, they play aggressive defense, and they usually stick with a 2-3 zone.
On the inside, that was Verdun. She will shoot two.
Verdun had a really good game yesterday in order to get to this point, and she's part of the triple towers that they have, I guess you could say, because they have some height, and they know how to use all three of them, and they use them well.
Free throw is good. Full court press opened up by the Thunder. Perhaps trying to have the Titans use some of that energy, but nice jumper up and in from Simpson.
Simpson with an early 5 points in this game, and she did the same thing last night in the game to get to this point, as she was on three-point line outside. So if she gets hot, she could be deadly.
Lady Titans working an extended zone, but that three-pointer is going to be up and good from Verdun, and it's 7-7.
These two teams know each other well.
That three-pointer on the way. Nothing but net for Ellie Bruffy.
We're going to have a three-point clinic in the first quarter and see who wins it.
Had to have an emergency three-point contest last night. They could use some of these ladies.
Yeah, they could have just called from here and had them stay after the game.
That is tipped and stolen away up ahead. It's going to be Simpson on the breakaway. Jackson chasing her, too strong. And the rebound by Kendall, but unable to save the handle, and it will stay with the Lady Titans inbounding underneath their own basket.
That was a good job of Jackson to get back on defense and affect the shot.
On the inbounds, shot was no good from Bruffy. Thunder come the other way. Continuing to try to find an opening against this 2-3 zone. And that's a foul on Bruffy, her first.
Almost got the steal there, but I believe she got it with the hand.
Jeremy, I believe you guys talked about this on Lubbock's broadcast last night about working to try and get those Lady Titans in foul trouble with obviously no bench.
Right, and I believe that's probably another reason why you may see the Lady Thunder come in and out of the press to try to put pressure on them. But as we've seen through this tournament, and me and Scott called the game last night, that I don't know if they get tired. They've been pressed, they've been pushed, and yet they're still winning games, and there's only 5 of them playing.
Good rebound by Jackson, but her pass on the underneath is tipped away. 2-on-1 breakaway for the Lady Titans, and that's going to be up. No good, but a foul is going to be called on Moylan. That's her first, and that's going to send Haley Kaiser to the free throw line.
I thought she might have took an extra step before the release there, but the referee didn't see it. And instead, going to get a foul called and send her to the free throw line.
First free throw is good.
The Illinois crew faithful still hanging around down there, where they helped cheer on their boys and girls to win the last 2 games. And Lubbock Titans take an early 12-7 lead here over Dallas Thunder.
In the corner, 3, no good from Blake. And now Lady Titans come back the other way.
And that's quite a few threes the Lady Thunder have already taken here in the game.
Stylistic difference as well, as the Thunder seem to be working a semi-zone. A wild shot thrown up, that time from Kaiser, no good. Meanwhile, the Lady Titans in a extended 2-3 zone. That ball's ripped away by Kaiser, who was delayed coming back on defense, but jumped the passing lane to take that away.
Yeah, the Lady Thunder player has to do a better job of realizing the defense there, and it's going to be an early timeout by the Lady Titans coach, I believe.
That is a timeout on Coach Bruffy, 30-second timeout, and the Titans lead 12-7 early on.
Yeah, you gotta wonder if with having no bench players, there's nobody to help get them water, so they must have brought a bag of water. They just run and grab one every chance they get. Sometimes you'll see a parent run down and kind of help out when they can. But it's been a team all year long between them 5 sticking together. It's 5 seniors here trying to finish up their careers on the high note and winning back-to-back Undisputeds. And the Lady Thunder here trying to have something to say about it.
So that's the amazing thing about this game, is either way, all 5 seniors for Lubbock, this is their final contest.
Yeah, and starting the game early on, Lubbock is shooting 57% from the field, and Dallas Thunder are only shooting 33%.
That is thanks to our statistician, Scott Staten.
The math man. We have a good 3-team crew here, 3-man crew that we love calling with each other every year. It's been a pleasure to call with you two, and I look forward to it every year.
Moylan inside, back out to Jackson. Hesitation that time from Kendall, but is able to get it. Inside to Jackson, jumper, rolls in. First point of the game for Jordan Jackson.
That was a good, patient offensive set there by the Lady Thunder. Moved the ball until they got the shot they wanted, and they was able to come away with the points.
Good ball movement from the Lady Titans as that 3-pointer is up, rolls in and out. No good from Bruffy. Moylan back the other way to Kendall.
Yeah, the Lady Titans with their zone defense, they have the length that can push the defensive out.
Jackson on the drive, puts it up, and we're going to be an offensive foul. Under a minute to play in the opening period of our girls 18 and under Undisputed National Championship game. During this broadcast, if you have any Questions, comments, concerns, pronunciation corrections, you can find us on Twitter at NCHBCL. That's our Twitter live stream feed. We'll do our best to respond as much as we can. Looks like the Lady Titans are going to hold for the final possession as they have a 12-9 lead, looking to extend this right before the second period.
Yeah, the Lady Thunder extending their defense.
That three-pointer from Simpson is going to fall short, and it's going to go back the other way.
They're going to have about 19 seconds on the clock to see if the Thunder can get a shot off and put points on the board and get it less than 3 going into the second quarter here.
Did not quite wait till the end of that period as they started attacking with about 29 seconds left. Nearly thrown away, and we're going to have a kick ball. It will stay with the Thunder. 6.5 seconds to go.
Almost a turnover there by the Lady Thunder, and if you're Coach Kendall, I don't believe that's what you wanted.
On the inbounds, thrown to the far side. Jordan Jackson will have the ball. Deep three-pointer, no good. And then on the rebound, the ball is pulled down by Haley Kaiser. So after 8 minutes of our opening championship game, it is the Lubbock Lady Titans 12, Dallas Thunder 9. Back with more second quarter action after this brief intermission.
When my body needs relief, I real-time it. I'd like to introduce you to my knockout pain formula, real-time pain relief. It's soothing lotion, it's rich in nature's ingredients, and helps me manage discomfort day or night. And it smells great too. From muscle strains to soreness, to simple back aches and arthritis. Real-time it and knock out your pain. It works for me, and it will work for you. Real-time pain relief, it's a knockout.
Welcome back to Drury University here in Springfield, Missouri. We continue our second quarter action of the girls' Undisputed National Championship game between the Lubbock Lady Titans and the Dallas Thunder.
A couple of stats for you from the first quarter. Lubbock finished the quarter shooting 44%, Dallas 33% from the field. And Dallas shot 1 for 2 for two-pointers and 2 for 6 from 3. Lubbock shot 2 for 5 inside the arc and 2 for 4 from 3.
Lubbock doing a good job of extending out on those passing lanes, making life difficult for what the Dallas Thunder are looking to do on the offensive end.
Yeah, they rotate so well defensively that it's hard to get an open shot. And we've noticed that in a few games this year.
Shot is up and good by Verdun to start the second quarter. And now Dallas applying some man pressure.
Yeah, Verdun's having a really good game so far, and they're going to need her presence inside the paint.
Dallas faithful starting to get involved.
You got to think the Lady Thunder have to know where Bruffy and Simpson are at all times.
That time on the inside, no good, was Connolly. Still feel like the Thunder maybe allowed her to get a little too deep underneath the basket. That time unable to convert.
Right, I agree.
Jackson in the corner. Dallas methodically working against this zone. That high post shot has been the moneymaker for them as Jordan Jackson knocks one in.
I believe that's 3 from that high post spot. 2 for Verdun and 1 from Jackson.
And the Dallas Thunder take the lead for the first time in this game. Simpson leaves it short. Rebound Thunder. Moreland comes the other way. Up ahead, Jackson.
Lady Thunder jump out to a 4-0 run here to start the second quarter.
Ball is tipped by Bruffy. Will stay with the Thunder. You can see the Thunder working someone in that high post every now and then, trying to see if they can get the ball there. They've been successful the last couple of trips.
Yeah, and looks like they switched their defense to a 2-3 instead of a 3-2. And they worked the ball around the outside because Lubbock likes to extend their defense so much.
And Moylan is rejected and then throws it away, and that's going to be off the foot of Bruffy, going back to the Thunder.
It's a good job by Kendall to hit it off her foot.
And that was Connolly that swallowed up that shot.
Yeah, and it looks like the Thunder are making an aggressively rotation of the ball side to side and making this defense move, knowing there's no substitutions. And eventually they move, and they've been getting that high post open.
On the high post, Jackson gets it out to Moylan, loads up for the three. No. Rebound is tipped, ends up back in the hands of Jackson. Resets. Back out top, Moylan. Far side, Jackson for three. No, too strong. Rebound, Connolly.
So even with the 4-0 run, the Lady Thunder only have a 1-point lead right now.
That time, open jumper is going to be overshot by Bruffy. Jackson handles the rock the other way. Pull up, stop, pop. Good. Hit the hand interface.
Yeah, they seem to like that free throw line.
And Coach Bruffy does not like how the shooting percentages have changed in this second quarter. And with nearly half the quarter played, the Dallas Thunder now have a 15-12 lead.
Yeah, and it's they've come down taking 3 good shots from the free throw line, and as they've extended the defense, they get that middle wide open, and they've must have talked about it between the quarters that if you get that shot, you got to take it, and they've done a good job of taking it, knocking it down.
So coming in from the timeout, the Lady Titans will have the ball, looking to respond and stop some of the bleeding as it's a 6-0 Thunder run.
Dallas Lady Thunder are 3 for 5 from the field to start this quarter.
I'm not a mathematician, but I believe that's 60%.
I believe that's about 60, 65. It definitely increases their 44 they were shooting in the first quarter.
Bruffy drives to her left. Back out top.
Good job by Jackson. And all the Lady Thunder defenders right now moving their feet, staying in front of the shooters. As I think as we've seen through this whole tournament, every one of them can shoot on that Lady Titans team.
Rebound controlled by Verdun. Now Moylan coming the other way. She's got Jackson up ahead, cutting Moylan. And last touched by Thunder, so it will go back to the Lady Titans. Moylan seemed like she was letting that one go, but the referee had the angle right in front of her and said it was last touched by her.
Yeah, you got to think if she thought it was off of her, she probably would have grabbed it.
And that's going to be ripped right away into Jackson, up and in. The pressure applied by the Thunder, immediate effect.
Yeah, Verdun was standing right there. I guess she didn't see the hot pink jersey on that pass. She probably blended in. And now Dallas is 4 for 6, so they're on a hot streak here to start the quarter. And Lubbock is 0 for 2 to start this second quarter.
That neon pink does really blend in here at Drury. And the ball was attempted to be saved by Blake, and I think it touched the inline before she tried to save it. So possession will go back to the Thunder. They have been in complete command of this second quarter.
Yeah, they're on a 8-0 run right here to start the quarter.
Lady Titans have yet to score in the period.
The Lady Thunder have done a really good job methodically of moving the ball back and forth, making the defense move, and being patient enough until they find the open shot that they want.
That shot ball is going to be ripped away by Blake. Up ahead, Simpson. She flips it up, and that's good.
Yeah, Verdun just held that ball too long. And you know that aggressive defense of the Lady Titans, they're going to come over. They're not just going to stop.
A lot of times you want to see the post player hold that ball high up above their head.
Right.
Jackson spins back out to Kendall. On the far side, Jackson loads up a three. Yes! Jackson has been absolutely money for the Thunder as she's now in double figures. She has 11 of the Dallas 20.
And that doubled the lead to 6.
On the step through, too strong. Verdun the rebound. Coming the other way.
Yeah, the Lady Titans are not getting too many second chance opportunities here. The Lady Thunder with the height advantage.
Moylan drives baseline, looking for Blake. Intercepted by Bruffy. Bruffy now coming the other way.
Yeah, you got to figure after playing each other a couple times.
Deep three is good for Haley Kaiser.
After playing each other a couple times, you kind of know what their offense runs, so you can. Bruffy did a really good job of cutting off that passing lane, which led to a 3 on the other end, which I believe was their first bucket.
It is the first points of the second quarter for the Lady Titans, and it came with about a minute and a half left. On the far side, Kendall.
So Jackson 4 for 5 for the game this quarter, and Bruffy has 4 steals and 3 assists.
Blake no good, but offensive rebound was tipped by Jackson, but ultimately out on Verdun.
Yeah, Verdun wasn't able to get her feet set inbounds before she corralled the rebound.
Continual Thunder pressure as they're trying to wear out these Lady Titans. Moylan applying the pressure on Simpson. Three-pointer is once again good by Kaiser, and we've got a tie ball game.
Yeah, you can't leave them open outside. That's 2 straight threes for Kaiser, and you don't want to get her going.
She is already fired up. Jackson back to Kendall for 3. The answer. That's Kendall's first points. 27 seconds left to go in the half. Bruffy drives to the left. She flips it up and she's fouled. They're going to call that on Kendall.
You're correct. That's going to be on the shot, so that's going to put Bruffy to the free throw line. Not too many fouls here in the first half as the Lady Thunder have 3 as Bruffy knocks down the first one, and the Lady Titans only have 2 fouls. Been a pretty clean game for the most part.
Second one is in for Bruffy. 15 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson will quickly come the other way. Knifes through the defense and flips it up and in. And then Jackson takes a foul 94 feet from the basket. That's not what you want. However, only her second. 6.2 seconds left in the half. Dallas lead by 3. Simpson decides to throw it down the court, and that's going to do it. After 2 quarters in the girls' Undisputed National Championship game, the Dallas Thunder lead 25-22 over the Lubbock Lady Titans. Make sure you stick around for second half action and more after this intermission.
When my body needs relief, I real-time it. I'd like to introduce you to my knockout pain formula. Real-time pain relief. It's soothing lotion, it's rich in nature's ingredients, and helps me manage discomfort day or night. And it smells great too. From muscle strains to soreness to simple back aches and arthritis. Real-time it and knock out your pain. It works for me and it will work for you. Real-time pain relief, it's a knockout.
Welcome back to Drury University and the girls 18 and under Undisputed Gold Ball National Championship. In the first half, the Dallas Thunder have a 3-point lead, 25-22. My name is Paul Gilmore, joined by Jeremy Caldwell on the broadcast, bringing you the action from here in Springfield, and that's going to be a traveling violation to start the second half. Bruffy thought she was pushed a little bit. In that first half, we saw an incredible second quarter from the Dallas Thunder. They shot 85% from two. Meanwhile, Lubbock shot just 40%. Both teams shooting well on their free throws. And we'll see how these teams choose to attack in the second half. On the far side, three-pointer, no good. Rebound comes down to Kaiser.
Lady Titans did a really good job of double blocking out Verdun. They've been dominating the boards early in this first half.
Working now against the Thunder defense.
You see a lot of ball movement by both of these teams on the offensive side. They just swing it back and forth, swing it back and forth. Both teams so smart with the ball on offense, and they just swing it until they find the shot that they want.
And we mentioned that in that first half, it was a relatively clean contest. Not a lot of fouls called, as flipped up and in. The tough angle from Landry Finkner.
Yeah, she used the glass on that one, and I thought she was behind the backboard.
In that first half, Jordan Jackson led the Thunder with 13. Meanwhile, Megan Simpson and Haley Kaiser each had 8 for the Titans. That ball is going to be tipped and stolen away. Simpson, and she's going to be whistled for the travel. So it bears stating at least one more time that that has been a key emphasis of the referees, it seems like, at this year's national tournament.
Yeah, you would think by the amount of calls they've called on that must have been something discussed before the tournament to watch for.
And to be fair, every single one of them has been a traveling violation. They're not calling them just for the sake of calling them.
Correct.
That three-pointer no good. Rebound Moylan. Back out top, tipped away by Simpson. And very aware play from Kendall to realize that she did not need to grab that, as it was last touched by the Lady Titans.
Right. Yeah, the Lady Titans have some very active hands.
Jackson. Backdoor cut. Kendall flips it out to Moylan, who loads up for the three. No. Offensive rebound almost grabbed by Blake. Instead, it is Kaiser coming the other way. She stops and pops for three. No, just short. Rebound Kendall. Good looking shot from Kaiser, as that was online. Just fell a little short. Jackson on the drive. She flips it up. No good. Just a little too strong, but she'll go to the line shooting two.
Yeah, Jackson looks like she's came out in this game and been aggressive. I don't know if I've seen her this aggressive early in the game in the games that I've seen them play this year.
And again, we are not the official scorebook, but I believe they gave that foul to Connolly, which is her first. Free throw is good by Jackson.
Kelly Blake's going to take a seat and a little rest.
Second is no good. Back to a 2-point lead for the Thunder. Lady Titans now working against the man defense of Dallas. Bruffy spinning inside. Baseline jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound Jackson.
Once again, the Lady Titans, one opportunity per possession, as the Lady Thunder are doing a really good job on the defensive boards to not give them multiple chances.
High post, far side, Jackson for three. Short, follows her own rebound. On the far side, gets it to Moylan, and that's good.
Good find by Jackson there to follow her own shot and find her teammate across the way. You got to think Jackson's going to try to make sure what happened last year doesn't happen again, and she's going to make sure that she's going to do everything in her power.
That three-pointer is a tough one from Bruffy, but she buries it, and it's back to a one-point game. back and forth affair between these two ladies, and you would expect nothing less in a national final. Kendall in the corner for three, no. Offensive rebound, put up, and that will be short from DuBose. And now coming back the other way, Lady Titans. Bruffy, another one, no. Rebound, Grace DuBose.
Good box out.
And that's going to be a traveling violation. Ball will go back to the Lady Titans. Trying to get the ball into the hands of a guard, and unfortunately spun just a little too much.
Lady Titans here looking to try to take the lead.
Be interested to see if they're going to fire up anything other than three-pointers. So far, that's been their MO, and it's worked. They're down one.
It has. Yeah, I haven't seen them take too many shots inside the paint.
But my question is, what happens when the threes stop falling?
Yeah, whenever you, and Coach Bruffy calls a timeout here.
And that is a full timeout, so we will take a quick intermission with them and be back with more third quarter action after this.
All righty, a couple quick stats from early in the third quarter here as Lubbock comes out to 2 for 7 from the field, shooting 29%, and Dallas shooting 2 for 5 at 40%. So trading buckets here in the third quarter, and you got to wonder if the legs are going to be able to hold on for these Lady Titans. Is this going to be their 6th game in 5 days with only 5 players?
I feel like they're up for the challenge, especially when it comes to an Undisputed being on the line. Out of the timeout, Thunder control the possession. Kendall thought about it. In the corner, Moylan will fire. Yes! Second straight basket for Reagan Moylan.
That was a good offensive set there by the Lady Thunder to be patient, make sure they got the open shot they wanted. Looks like the Lady Thunder are in all.
And that shot is going to be denied by Verdun.
As they're in a woman defense here.
Now Moylan poised, gets it inside, high post. Verdun spins. They are not in a hurry. Currently lead by 4.
Yeah, if you're the Thunder here, you want to try to run off a little bit of time each possession. Make sure you get a good shot and don't force anything.
Kendall for 3, no. Rebound pulled down by Kaiser.
Yeah, Kendall usually hits that shot. But the Lady Titans have a couple 3-point shooters of themselves. That's why they're a tough team to guard. Even though they only have 5, they all can shoot.
Thunder also doing a good job defending the pick and roll, as on that shot, we're going to have a foul called.
Gonna be on Verdun.
And that foul is her first. That's going to send Elise Connolly to the line shooting 2.
And I don't have the official book, and you're keeping the unofficial foul count, but I'm not sure. I don't think anybody's in foul trouble as of yet in this game from either team.
Nope, each player so far that has a foul only has 1 each. So Jackson has 1, Kendall, Moylan, and Verdun for the Thunder. Meanwhile, Bruffy, Kaiser, and Connolly for the Titans.
So both teams doing a really good job of spreading the fouls around. making sure nobody gets in foul trouble.
That three-pointer is good for Jackson.
Justin Jackson, Jackson is having a game today. She is coming out making sure she is not having any wasted possessions.
She is up to 17 points now in this national championship.
Lady Thunder having the extended man defense here. They're trying to get Bruffy the ball.
Bruffy drives it inside. Tough shot, flips it up, no good. And then we're going to have a foul going the other way against Connolly.
I believe it's just a tip out of bounds.
Okay, no foul.
Both players hustling for the ball. Lady Thunder with a 5-point lead. Under a minute to go. This has been a pretty quick played game because there hadn't been a lot of fouls called. One foul each here in the third quarter. So it's been pretty clean. And both teams content with running a little bit of clock each possession to make sure they get a good shot.
Not a lot of fouls, not a lot of timeouts being used.
Correct. And it looks like they're going to be content to hold for one shot. And the Lady Titans are content to let them hold for one shot. Right. Gives them a minute to rest their legs going into the fourth quarter as well.
Give everybody a chance to catch their breath. Moylan drives in the corner. Blake back out to Jackson. Good ball movement for the Thunder. 10 seconds to go. Flipped up, no good from Kendall. Ends up back in the hands of Kendall. And she takes it, and we're going to have an offensive foul called on Jenna Kendall.
Yeah, you got to think the coach probably wanted her to kick that one back out. There was too many bodies in the paint there.
So 3.6 seconds. We will see if the Titans can get a shot off before the end of the third quarter. Inbounded. And that's going to be a full court shot from Simpson, no good. And after 3 quarters of play, the Dallas Thunder lead 34-29 in the girls 18 and under national final. Welcome back to Drury University, as we are now 8 minutes away from crowning an undisputed national champion. The Dallas Thunder with a 5-point lead over the Lubbock Lady Titans. I want to thank you for joining us on this broadcast. If you're watching us from Texas, whether that's Dallas, Lubbock, or anywhere else, thank you for being a part of our week at Nationals, as the three-pointer is no good from Jackson. And now the Lady Titans will come the other way.
Good rebound by Kaiser there to limit them to one shot. And see if the Lady Titans can cut into this 5-point deficit.
Doing a good job working the perimeter.
A lot of motion.
Nice open shot is going to be good. All of that motion led to a bucket for Landry Finkner.
Yeah, if you're Coach Bruffy, you're happy about that. Coming out of the break, you get a stop and a score on the offensive side. So it's what you got to do to get back in the game, and you're only down 3 now.
And that looked like a lot of poise and experience for 5 ladies that are seniors that have all played together for a while. Nice looking jumper from Jenna Kendall.
And I believe the Thunder have a couple seniors as well on their squad. So this is 2 very experienced teams going at it.
And very experienced playing each other.
Right, being from the same area, they play in the same region. And in a minute here, we'll give you the third quarter stats.
Bruffy fires up the 3. No, just off the front of the rim.
Good rebound by Verdulin there.
Not many wild shots from either team.
No, they've been pretty methodical to make sure they get good open shots. Not many turnovers in the game. Not many fouls. Just been a good, clean basketball game.
It has been enjoyable to watch and to call. As we are now under 6 minutes to play, the Dallas Thunder lead 36-31. 3-pointer, no, short.
So in the third quarter there, Lubbock went 4 for 17 from 2, 5 for 13 from 3, shooting 30%. And then Dallas shooting 6 for 9 for 2, 6 for 17 from 3, with 50% overall.
That 3-pointer is good for Bruffy, her 3rd triple of the game. She's now in double figures. She has 11.
Now it's down to 2.
Those 3-pointers have kept the Lubbock Lady Titans in this ball game.
They have, and they've come at opportune times. Good patient move right there. They know that the Lady Titans are trying to jump passing lanes.
On the far side, Kendall back out top to Blake for 3. No, short. Back the other way. Quickly comes Kaiser. In the far corner, Simpson.
You got to make sure you stay on Kaiser, Bruffy, Simpson, because they all can shoot 3s.
That time a turnover.
Good job by Blake to slow it down. As Coach Kendall calls a timeout there. I believe it's going to be a full.
That is going to be a full timeout. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the game. So, Coach Caldwell, you're bringing the clipboard back out. What are you looking for in this timeout if you're both of these teams?
Well, if you're the Lady Thunder, you want to continue to do what you've been doing, running clock methodically, being smart with it. If you get an open shot, then you take it. And they've been doing a really good job of getting a couple extra possessions, extra shots each possession with some offensive rebounds. But you also got to make sure that on the defensive side, you can't let the 3-pointers start getting off, and that was going to be through Simpson, Bruffy, and Kaiser, as all 3 of them can pull it, and they can pull it deep. So you're going to have to make sure you close out to them or stay close to them. But if you're the Lady Thunder, your coach right now, you're telling your team you really want to get a score here and make it a 2-possession ball game, and try to keep the pressure on the Lady Titans. I would imagine if they do get a score, they probably would jump into a full court press. Kind of a man press is what they've been doing, basically just a full court until they inbound it, and then they back off and just pressure the ball coming down instead of pressuring the team. But before that happens, you're going to have to get a score offensively so you can set up your defense.
They inbound the ball to Jackson. She's had the hot hand for the Thunder, up to 17 in the game.
Looks like the Lady Titans come out in a man defense. And they're extending it way past the 3-point line.
Jackson's going to go to work. Verdulin drives baseline, gets it back to Jackson. That's going to be no good. Offensive rebound. Kendall for 3. Yes.
Big shot because Kaiser ran at her, and I thought Kaiser might have tipped it a little bit. She must have missed it, but that was a big-time 3 by Kendall right there.
Certainly comes at an opportune time as we are halfway through the 4th quarter. Extends the lead back to 5 for Dallas.
We have 4 minutes to decide 2022 Girls 18U Undisputed national championship.
Bruffy answers back with the 3 of her own. She's heating up. She's got 9 points here in the second half.
That was a good step back to create space between her and Kendall, and she don't need much space to get a shot off.
Certainly has shown the ability to put up a shot quickly and efficiently. And now with the man defense, they're working to get the ball inside to either Verduin or Jackson.
And last year when they played each other, you had mentioned it was only an 8-point game, so they played close.
That time Moylan was unable to connect on the layup.
And once again, the Lady Titans with the opportunity to possibly tie the game.
And that's going to be a shot that was thrown up by Simpson, and she was fouled.
I believe that was a shot attempt to try to draw contact and get to the free throw line, which it worked. So what that does is stops the clock and allows them to cut into the lead without any time coming off the clock.
First point of the second half for Simpson after she had a good start in the first quarter. Second free throw on the way, and that is good.
And another timeout by Coach Bruffy. He's had to methodically use his timeouts through this tournament due to the fact that he has a limited number of players.
And that looks like there's going to be 1 timeout remaining after this for the Titans. So they're going to have to be smart about how they choose to use that.
Correct.
Meanwhile, the Dallas Thunder with 3. So as you start getting towards the end of the game and those possessions become a premium,
right,
you start getting trapped on the sideline. You want to make sure you've got a couple in the pocket.
Right. And in this instance, it still shows he has 2 left. I'm not sure if they're updating that or not. They have been. So, but at this point, I'd imagine if you're Coach Bruffy, you're telling your players to keep your defense extended, do not give open looks, box out on the rebound, and play smart defensively, and make sure you can see if you can get the ball back. And the last couple of possessions, they've done a really good job of putting the ball through the hoop, and that's how they've cut back into this game and tied it up. And now we're going to have about 3 minutes and 2 seconds now left, and see who can score the most points in 3 minutes.
And Jeremy, you are correct. There is 2 timeouts left remaining for the Lubbock Titans. And it will be Thunder looking to retake the lead after a furious rally by the Lady Titans has brought it back to 39-39. Jackson on the drive. Offensive foul called.
I believe that's Jackson's 3rd foul. And right now, the 2 players, Bruffy for the Lubbock Titans has 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists, and 4 steals.
And that's going to be thrown away on the inbounds. Costly turnover by the Lady Titans.
And then Jackson for the Lady Thunder also has 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. So those 2 filling up the stat sheet right now, trying to will their teams to the victory.
Jackson working the one-on-one against Simpson. Drives to her left in the corner. Blake floats it up. No good. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Coach Kendall debating. Referee's not up much for debate tonight.
It's been a little minute since the Lady Titans had a lead, and they have an opportunity here on this possession to take the lead.
And another miscue as that time Kaiser was cutting.
Timeout, Lady Thunder. And Moylan for the Lady Thunder also has 15 points, 2 rebounds. 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists, I'm sorry. So, Paul, I believe we're down to about 2. We've played a pretty clean game for the most part. And here the last couple of possessions, we've had back-to-back turnovers and a couple charges. So you got to wonder, is the emotion starting to amp up here, and both teams are knowing it's about to get critical, and the the decisions have to be more crisp, passes have to be more crisp, and the communication has to be more crisp. And they're both teams have struggled a little bit the last few minutes, so this probably be a good timeout for both teams. Settle them both down and settle the nerves down a little bit, because the nerves are probably coming in, and you got to think the Lady Thunder has probably thinking a little bit about last year, how they let it slip through their hands last year, and the Lady Titans here trying to finish this off and complete the back-to-back.
And it certainly is, if nothing else, the pressure that is rising. That could be something that is leading to some of the more frequent turnovers that we've seen on the last couple of possessions. Neither, like you mentioned, neither of these teams want to be holding the runner-up banner at the end of this game. Jackson, tough move on the inside. Rebound is good from Verdun.
Great move by Verdun on that rebound.
And that is almost a costly turnover, as it's saved by Jackson.
So now we got under 2 minutes to go. Another quick stat that Kaiser for Lady Titans has 11 points, 5 rebounds, and she's 3 for 5 from the three-point line. Neither team is in the bonus, so if either one of them is going to start fouling, it's going to extend the game quite a bit.
So now Jackson on the drive in the corner, wisely kicks it back out to Kendall.
Looks like they're going to be content with trying to run this clock out, because the Lady Titans only had 1 foul the whole second half, so that's their second. It's going to take another 4 fouls, which means time off the clock before they go to the free throw line.
You certainly want to go for the steal first. If not, quickly foul, as again, you only have two team fouls, but I guess they're choosing to play it out.
Right, in a one-possession game, they're probably hoping they can get a steal or a deflection and not have to send them to the free throw line. But you got to wonder, if it gets under 50 seconds, 45-second time frame, you're going to have to start fouling if you're the Lady Titans.
And thus far, Kaiser, the only Titan that has more than 1 foul. She has 2.
Almost a throwaway there, as they're trying to keep the ball in Jackson's hands up top.
Thunder doing a good job of playing keep away, and that time the reach in is on Kaiser. That's her 3rd.
That's the 4th team foul. We're at 53 seconds. I believe the Lady Thunder are going to continue to work the ball. Unless you see an open lane, I don't think you're going to see them go to the hole.
That time Kendall got in a little bit of trouble before she's bumped.
That's on Bruffy.
And that's the 2nd foul on Bruffy.
That was
and the 5th team foul.
That was a very nervous play there, as you was close to the half-court line.
And that's the 4th foul on Kaiser. If you're the Lubbock Lady Titans, and Coach Bruffy is telling her, hey, no more, you've got 4. It needs to be somebody else that gets that foul.
Right, and if you're the Lady Thunder, you're going to try to force the ball into whoever's guarding Jenna Kaiser.
And we're going to have a timeout, as Coach Bruffy wants to walk it through with his ladies. They trail by 2 with 50 seconds left. The next foul will put the Dallas Thunder on the free throw line, shooting a 1-and-1. And if you are the Lubbock Titans, you don't want it to be Kaiser, as
Correct.
She's got 4. If she gets another foul, they're down to 4 ladies.
Correct, and she's one of their three-point shooters, and also she can drive and shoot, so you really need her to stay on the floor. So that's probably a good timeout by Coach Bruffy to make sure that he has them switch all the screens off of her so she don't get on the ball, because they're going to have to foul. And if I'm the Lady Thunder, I would be doing my best to screen to get the ball to her defender and make her either have to foul, or if she can't foul, they're going to run more clock off the clock.
So it will be the Thunder inbounding right in front of the scorer's table. 50 seconds to go. Dallas up 41-39. They need to get the ball in without a turnover.
So Dallas free throw shooters right now. Moylan is 1 for 2, and Jackson is 1 for 2 for the game.
Not a large sample size, but we'll see what these ladies come up with as they get it into Verdun and ultimately Jackson. And she's going to be fouled by Finkner. First foul on Landry Finkner.
You got to wonder there if Verdun got rid of that too early, since Kaiser was the one guarding her. And in that instance, if you're Verdun, you got to hold that a little bit longer to see if Kaiser's going to risk it.
First free throw from Jackson is good. And obviously, as we mentioned earlier, if that name sounds familiar, older brothers Justin and Jonathan both played homeschool basketball.
Both have moved on to the collegiate level.
Second free throw, no good.
It's a big miss right there by Jackson as she goes 2 for 4.
Only one timeout for the Lubbock Titans.
They're going to need a 3 to tie it. So if you're Lady Thunder, you're not going to give up anything outside the gray line.
And you know Bruffy's not afraid to pull it. And Coach Bruffy's going to call a timeout. He wants to make sure his ladies get a good shot. They're trailing by 3 with 24.7 seconds left. And Jeremy, if this isn't what you love to play for.
This is it. And you know what we haven't had all week long, Paul? I ain't trying to jinx nobody, but this game was running smooth. It was running quick. And then we got to the fourth quarter, and the nerves started settling in. You had a couple turnovers. Then you had a couple charges, a couple fouls. The game's been extended. The Thunder hold on to a 3-point lead. So you got to wonder here, if you're the Lady Thunder, you have one foul to give. So before you give up a wide open 3, if you see the clock ticking down, you think about taking that foul to give, as long as they're not in a shooting motion, and make them reset their offense and take it back out. That could be a thought process by the Lady Thunder. And then once they get in the bonus and the clock's under 20 seconds, 15 seconds, do you foul anyway and send them to the free throw line and not let them get a 3 off?
That certainly is a hot debate within the basketball circles.
It is.
As you want to try and prevent any attempt at a 3-point, but some coaches choose just to play that out. So we'll see what Coach Kendall chooses to do.
So we're under 20 seconds now. Nobody on the Thunder is in foul trouble.
And that's going to be taken and stolen away by Blake. And then she's going to be bumped and fouled.
What a defensive play by Blake.
Unbelievable turn of events for the Lady Titans.
We haven't heard her name most of the game. She's just been steady, just getting rebounds here and there. But she may have the biggest deflection and steal of the game that may seal the win. Now, she's got some big free throws to make here, and this can make it a 2-possession ball game.
1-1. Lady Titans have no timeouts.
And you got to remember, Coach Bruffy is out, just like you just said. So on a make or a miss, there's no thinking and stopping. You got to get it and push.
And that's a miss. Ball comes down and saved by Kendall, and then she's bumped and fouled.
That was a good hustle by Kendall to get to the ball in the corner.
So I know that Scott's been feeding us stats all game long, but I'll give you an unbelievable stat. That's the first point by Blake the entire game, and it could be the one that seals the game.
Could be the one that seals the game because it made it a 2-possession ball game.
So Kendall, we're going to have a substitution as Moreland checks out, and Sophia Leininger checks in.
You got to wonder if she's a senior, and they're going to let her finish the game on the floor.
First free throw from Kendall is good.
So that makes it a 5-point game. And once again, Coach Bruffy with no timeouts left.
Another substitution.
And she's going to get Jackson out of the game.
Ezra Hernandez checks in, and Jordan Jackson checks out on the inbounds. Don't want to foul.
You got 5 seconds to go.
That ball's tipped and knocked away. Simpson fires up a 3, and that's good. She hit it. That's going to change the scoreboard.
And that's going to make it a 3-point ball game.
And that is how it finishes. The Dallas Thunder are your girls 18 and under undisputed national champions. Congratulations to the Lubbock Lady Titans for an unbelievable tournament run with just 5 players. And we want to remind you that coming up next is the big one, the boys 18 and under, undisputed, between the Memphis MHEA Eagles and the Oklahoma City Storm. On behalf of Scott Staten and Jeremy Caldwell, I want to thank you for joining us on this broadcast. Make sure you stick around for the next one. And we've got more action coming from Drury right after this.